Okay, so I just had a random spur of the moment idea, but I wanted to make a tier ranking of all of my fonts because believe it or not, I have 29 fonts with a handful in progress that I just have not finished. But anyways, that's beside the point. I thought it would be fun today to go through all of my fonts and rank them from love it, I like it, it's okay, it's not the worst, and I can live without this font. I don't want to outright say I hate any of these fonts because, you know, it's all been a journey. They're not all the best of the best and they're not all my favorites, but they served a purpose for the time. So I currently have all the fonts organized by alphabetical order because that was just easiest to upload them, but I wanted to shuffle them real quick and put them into order of when I made them. Okay, everything is in order now. So now I'm just gonna start with the very beginning. First up is Lovely Letters, and this is the main image I made for it. My very first font, I called it Lovely Letters because at the time, me and my boyfriend, he's my husband now, we're long distance and we were writing a lot of letters to each other because he was across the country. I was just starting my lettering journey and it kind of just made sense. And now there are fonts with this name and I have like a meaning behind it, but it's fine. At this point, every font name has already been done. This was my very first font. I updated it a few years after it was released. It has surprisingly done really well. This is my first one. Now I'm gonna be honest, I don't love it. I don't look at this and I say, oh yeah, I have to have this font, because to me, this looks like my writing I did a decade ago. So I don't love that. I'm probably gonna put it at, it's not the worst, because I personally would never choose to use this font. I didn't know my husband was gonna be home, dang it. Next up is High-Waisted, and this was my second font. It made it into the handpicked section on Creative Market, and so this font did really well. Basically, it's called High-Waisted because the waist or the crossbars of all the letters are higher than normal, so they're higher than being in the middle. And I thought this was a good play on words, and if you know, you know. Otherwise, it's just like, cool, you named it High-Waisted. This was an exciting font, so because of that, I'm gonna put it at It's Okay. If it will let me drag it. Next up is Sunset Skies, and I don't hate this font, but it's nothing special. I just wanted something a little bit different, I guess. I don't know. I'm just gonna put this at It's Okay. Hi love, I'm making a video. My next font is Cinnamon Sugar, and I, at the time, was obsessed with this font. It had a really fun uppercase, but then it also had, hi Tate. You coming to say hi? I got no food for you. I got no food. I love you. All done. Okay, so Cinnamon Sugar was a script font, and I thought the script font was actually really nice. And the all caps font was also very different than what I had been doing. I really like this font. I'm still only, I think, gonna put it at It's, well, you know what? I like it. I definitely like it more than these two. So I'll put it up and I like it. And then next was my font Love Bug. This font was a beast. It took forever. It has a regular version that's filled in, and then it has this version that is cut out, and then it also has all of these doodles. So it's a font trio, my very first trio. Making something like this took forever. This was a labor of love, and this font did really, really, really well. It has been used in so many Valentine's designs. It was in like dollar deals. Yeah, this font did really, really well. I'm gonna put it at I like it, because if I'm ever making Valentine's stuff, it is a good one to use. I don't use it all the time, but it is a nice font. I'd use the doodles a lot. Next was my font Honeysuckle, and this font was just a different type of font. So first of all, it's very simple and easy to use in a lot of designs, but what I did was I created like a doodle that went with it. So I created these modern floral elements, and if you bought them together, like you would save. So all of these elements in the mock-up image for the font was actually part of my modern floral graphic element set. But the font itself is not one I really like use that often anymore. It's not terrible. I definitely like it more than Honeysuckle, but I think I would put it in the It's Okay. I remember writing this font. Like I remember making the font for this. I used what did I use? The Faber-Castell large brush. That's what I used for this to make it. I was in New Mexico when I made it. That's what I remember about that one. Next up is my font Eucalyptus Spearmint, and this is a font duo. So it is a bouncy cap font. The text itself is like meant to be bouncy. And then there's also like a smooth lowercase script font that is monoline. I don't know if you can tell so far, but so far all of my like script fonts haven't been monoline. So this was the first one I did that was like that. I remember making this again in New Mexico. I was on a roll with all of these fonts. This one took quite a long time, but I still like this one. I think I would put it in I like it, and I think I would put it above, yeah, I think I would put it above Love Bug for now. Next up was Marigold Blossom. This was a huge script font. As you can see, it says 90 alternate. Here's an example of some of the literatures, and then the rest of them are down here. But then there's also a bunch of alternate characters in beginning and end forms. So this was a very big script font. It took forever, but I really like it, and I think it turned out really good. Is it one that I would use a lot? No, but I still really like it. And I think I would put this at the top of I like it because it's a lot more versatile. Not versatile, but like it has a lot of letters, so it's easy to use in that regard. When I say I was on a roll with large fonts, I was, because here is another font trio. This one is fun. It has a sans serif, a serif, and a doodle font. So the background is using all these doodles, and then you can see this is the serif, and then this is the sans serif. Obviously it's lowercase, but this is the sans serif. A beast to make this. Let me see if I can, here's an example of using the serif and the sans serif together. Each font, the serif and the sans serif, had alternate characters, so all of these ones down here, and then it also had ligatures and discretionary ligatures, punctuation, multilingual support. One font alone was quite a big font, and I made a trio, so that one took forever. I like this font though. I think I would put it at the top of I like it because it's pretty easy to use. Next is Low Rise, and this is the sister font to High Waisted. Obviously, now the waist of everything is down low. I used the same brush when I was making this. I made it in Procreate, and I traced over the original high-waisted so that this would match well and pair well with high-waisted. So here's an example of high-waisted and low-rise fonts mixed together. You can see that they blend very well. Tried to make everything the same so that you could work with them easily together. But yeah, it just shows the difference that changing up that waist does for the look of a letter. Oh, that was a good one. I'm gonna put it down with okay because I don't use it all that often. I'll probably put it just right next to high-waisted. Next up is Dasher, and this is the very first holiday or seasonal, well, I guess Love Bug was a seasonal font. This is my second seasonal font then, we'll say. But my first holiday font. And it's a symbols font. It's meant to be like, you can tell this is D-A-S-H. Some of them are easier to tell, but each letter is different. It's just supposed to be a fun, cutesy font. I'm happy that this font did really well. It's, again, one of my best sellers. I'm happy about that, but the usability of this is not that great. It's a very specific font for a very specific project. So I'm gonna put this with it's not the worst because it's not the worst. Shortly after that font came out, I released Happy Holidays, and this one I do like. This is a thick Christmas font, and I just feel like it's a lot easier to use in various ways and not just a specific thing. So I'm gonna put this up with I like it, and I think I'm gonna put it, I'll just put it in I like it. You can tell that a lot of these fonts are very old because I haven't gotten to any of the ones that I love. Next was Chubby Cheeks, and I do really like this font. This one is very thick and easy to use, and I've used it in a lot of designs. Yes, I think this might be my first one that I do and love it because I've used it a lot and I still really like those letters. If you know me for any font, it's probably this one. Love Struck is, I'm pretty confident in saying, my all-time bestseller. This one's been in so many bundles, in deals, and just all over the place. You've seen it in Valentine's designs. It's very popular. It sells every year still. I still really like this font. It took a long time. I had to cut out all the letters, obviously draw them all, and cut all these symbols out, but, oh, and it does have symbols, so yeah. I like this one. I think I'm gonna put it at, I think I'm gonna move Love Bug down, and I'm gonna put Love Struck up in its place. Yeah, that feels right. Next is Full of Wonder, and this is just a pretty basic, very thick font. Great for cutting SUGs with and like making designs for kids with, but is it my favorite? No. It's cute, but I think I'm gonna put it down here. Yeah. Next was Garden Party, and this was also a beast. This one I remember drawing with that Faber-Castell brush pen, so maybe I did that for both these fonts, but definitely for this one I remember. So I did this one by hand. Has a lot of ligatures and alternate characters, over 70 of them. Oh my god, what was I thinking? This probably took me forever to make. I will put that at, I like it, and I think probably up here. Next was a font trio, but it was something I've never done before, which is making a font family with 3 weights. I've never done this before. And so because of that, I really do like this font. It's simple, easy to use, and can be used in multiple areas, whether it's designing SVGs or on websites and stuff. And I love that, I don't know, I really like this image that I did and the light, regular, and bold. That's really fun. I made this when I was in Michigan. I do remember that. This was, I feel like, in 2020. Do I love it though? I do like it a lot. Yeah, I think I use this font pretty often. Next is Slice of Summer, and this was going off of that Dasher font and trying to make another doodle font. This one was harder to do. I think it turned out okay. It's not the best of the best, but it's fun. I think I'm gonna actually move this down to Can Live Without, because I also think I can live without this font. I'm not a huge fan of the doodly fonts. I don't use them a lot, and I don't have a lot of uses for them. Next up is Delicate Daisy, and I wanted this font to not be bouncy and to be very, I don't know, not typical, but following the rules, I guess you could say. So everything goes at the halfway point. This one was cute. I like it. Do I use it a lot? No, I actually don't. I like the little image I made though. I think I'm gonna put this in It's Okay. Next is a special one, and this one's called Charlie Marley. And I started hand lettering this in New Mexico when my dog got very, very sick, and he was like gonna die in 3 days, but then he didn't. I wanted to make a font duo that the serif font would work for like more masculine designs, and then the script font wasn't like anything I had done before, and that's kind of where this came from. I will say that I use the serif font way more than the script out of this, but I do like it. Let's see. I think I will put it in here, or put it in here, at the top of in here, maybe. Now this next font was just one I was trying to make. Not my best work, I will say that. I was just trying to make something, another seasonal font, and I had already done it by this point. Obviously Valentine's and Christmas, so I wanted to do like 4th of July, Memorial Day type of stuff. This font never did well. I think I might put this at the very bottom. Now this next font, Harvest Wishes, I think would have done better if I didn't give it such a seasonal name. I was trying to get into a seasonal bundle, and then I didn't, and so I feel like I wasted all the marketing and stuff like that. I think I could have done a different name for this because it is a decent font. Oh, I think I was originally gonna call it Strawberry Sunset. This is what I was originally gonna call it, and then I was told, oh, you should make a fall harvest font. So that's why I changed up the name, but yeah, I kind of wonder if a different name would have suited this better. I still do like it. It has good characters. Here's another photo I never got to use because this is very fruity. I guess I would put this in It's Okay, because honestly, I think I like honeysuckle better than this. These are all kind of marker fonts, but just slightly different. Next up is another seasonal font, but this time it is a symbols or dingbat font, and it's very simple. It's not terrible. I have used all of these in design. It's helpful for what it is for. I want to put it in the top of it's not the worst because it's useful, but not like I use this all the time. And then Under the Tree was next. This was a Christmas font that I think I started when I did Dasher and Happy Holidays, but I didn't get it done in time. So this was this one, and I really like this one. This one did really well. And I like that this is easier to read than Dasher, so I definitely like it a lot more than that. I think I would put it under I like it because it's a lot easier to use. And then because I had 1, 2, and 3 love fonts, I wanted to make one more so I could make a love bundle before Valentine's Day. And so Love Notes was kind of a cutesy little font, and these little hearts are in the letters. Yeah, these are all the characters. And this font I'm using up here is Everly Rain. So you can just see like that's a font that I was using quite often because it's a very easy to read font, and I was using it in a lot of my display images. So I feel good about putting that up at Love It. To me, it's not as usable as Love Struck. So, but I like it more than Love Bug. I think because Love Bug is just so old, I don't like it as much as some of these other ones. Although, I feel like it's less user-friendly than Love Bug though. I'm gonna put this at the back of it, okay. And then next is Sweet Serendipity. All I knew for this was I wanted to make a bouncy, fun, monoline font that was kind of like the older sibling to Eucalyptus Spearmint. So this was made years later. I feel like my writing and everything got a little bit better. So this is like the updated version of that, but no script font. This one has a lot of fun ligatures that make it really cool and unique. So I think I would put this in Love It because I have used this a lot. And then next was Noteworthy. All I wanted with this font was it to be neat and tidy and look like it was a font that you could practice your lettering with, or just, I wanted this to be as tidy as possible. Honestly, I don't know why I don't use it enough, but I think I'm gonna put it up here with Love It, or at the very top of I Like It. I think I'll put it at the very top of I Like It, but maybe it's a sign that I need to use it more because I'm thinking of so many uses where this would have been helpful. So maybe I'll put it up there because functionally it is a very useful font. Okay, next is Spring Fling, which is a bubbly font, and I love this font. I think I use this font more than any other font. Maybe it's recency bias, but I mean, it's not that new. It's a few years old now at this point, but I still use it a lot. So I think I'm gonna put that at the very, very top. And then my most recent font is Blushed. I like the images I made. I like that I was able to dig this out of like the grave and finally finish this project. Do I use this font that much? No. So I think I'm gonna put this at the top of I Like It. Yeah, I think I will put that at the top there. So I think this is my ranking. I don't know. If I looked at it longer, maybe I would want to change some things, but this is my gut reaction. As you can see, I like most things, but I am pretty particular with the fonts that I use, and I would say these are the ones that I use the most up here. I hope you enjoyed this random video. If you want to see all my fonts, you can go to my website, or yeah, go to my website. That's where they all are. I would love to know what your favorite font of mine is, just based on seeing the photos, or if you've used them, because I think that would be interesting to know if I've got this totally different than what you would have done. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll see you next time. Bye.